Welcome back to the Law of Happy podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Tatner. I'm an attorney and I teach laughter as an exercise. When we laugh, we feel good and we raise our energy. This allows more good, fun things to flow into our experience. This is the Law of Happy. So let's laugh, have fun, and practice the Law of Happy together. If you're someone who has ever woken up feeling exhausted or anxious, this episode's for you. Today's special guest, Tiffany Caudill, breaks down how you can bypass those lower vibration morning dread feelings, which are quite common, and instead choose to wake up laughing. The acronym for Tiffany's practice is WULFING. When you wake up laughing or wolfing, your vibration will rise, you'll feel better, and the rest of your day will unfold with so much more ease and joy. How amazing is this? I'm excited for you to meet Tiffany. She's a mirthologist, yoga instructor, caregiver, breathwork presenter, a laughter enthusiast, and joy practitioner. Please join me now in giving a warm welcome to Tiffany. Tiffany, welcome to the Law of Happy podcast. I'm so happy that you're a guest today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm really excited. You're a really special person, and we're just meeting for the first time virtually now. But I feel like I know you because our mutual laughter friend, Duncan Cook, connected us. I also heard about you through our mutual laughter friend, Albert Nirenberg. So you're well known in the laughter community and respected, and you do incredible things through your traditional yoga community. Is that how you found the laughter yoga?
Yes. There was a moment when we studied all the different branches and we saw Dr. Kateria introducing what laughter yoga was. So in 2019, after I resigned from my job and happiness just wasn't in the air anymore, I had to go find what is this laughter? I want to know more about this because I'm really missing it and it's important to me. So I found a teacher, and then a month later, the world shut down. But the whole laughter community was online, and it saved my life. It was a life vest. It is a life vest. I'm still wearing it.
Yes, that's incredible how everything just unfolded the way that it did.
I've been interviewing people on how laughter saved their lives. And it's interesting how the laughter tree, it has so many different branches that I've discovered. People use laughter to heal from cancer, grief, addiction, stress, anxiety, PTSD. The branches go on and on. But the branch of laughter yoga from Dr. Kateria back in 1995, he got a group of people to laugh in the park for self-studies and to check it out. But they were relying on comedy and jokes to laugh, as we do. And that worked for a little while, but then it became a little bit the dark side. People were using jokes about other people, and so it wasn't resonating as well. And so he transformed it into something that could be more of an exercise, because the body doesn't know the difference from what our mind is powerful to direct feelings in our body, but we can also tell the body to laugh for no reason. And so we use, instead of comedy and jokes, we use exercises to make ourselves laugh. And as Albert says, you are what you act. That documentary that he created is that you can pretend to laugh. Your body doesn't know what's going on. It thinks it's laughing and so we still are reaping all those beautiful benefits, those happy hormones that are dumped out into our system. That why we laugh is to feel good. And so we go through laughter exercises. And before you know it, once you're into the practice or you're with other people and there's some contagion going on with the laughter, you're really harvesting health. Is the wealth and health of laughter inside your body. And one of my favorites is the drinking laughter. And so we have some drinks here, and we're going to do a mix, and we pronounce long vowels, and then we kick it back with a laugh. So we go,
yes. Oh, and I just want to mention, I don't want to catch up, but I just want to mention, because a lot of people I think are going to be tuning in audio only, to describe this so they can follow along.
Hold listening. Up as you're holding two mugs, and you're going to tip your top hand into your bottom hand as if you were pouring drinks into other cups. And you do them You take an inhale and you exhale as you pour. Eh, eh, and then you get back, you pretend to drink it with a laugh. As you go through the motion of that, that's pretty practiced for me. And it didn't sound like a real laugh, but that's good because your body is practicing letting yourself do it, getting out of the emotion, getting out of the judgment. When you're in the beginning of practice, you feel really dumb. You're just like, this is funny. This is dumb. I feel dumb. But let's do it again. And I'm just going to go right into laughter. And you're a laugher too. So we'll make it more real. Here we go.
Yes.
Eh,
A,
eh,
A. We're drinking and laughing.
And that one's my favorite because alcoholism's in my family and alcoholism sucks and it ruins everything. Life can be so much better without it. So that's my favorite laughter drink because I can have control over my body and with the choices that I make to be healthy. I don't have to be an alcoholic. I don't need to go drink. I can heal that family wound of alcoholism with laughing. It really is a life hack of how we can change the way we feel with things.
And we're not laughing at anyone, or we're not laughing at an upsetting situation, but we're choosing to find the laughter within ourselves so we can move up in our own emotional scale and to feel more grounded and better, and to use it as a cathartic experience.
Yeah, there's really something into it. That's what laughter does. It's a vibrational hack, life hack, safety vest, however you want to describe what it really does as a medicine. As a prescription, laughter to me is creating a new vibration that brings us out of stuff. Like the worrying that we can go into about the wolfing.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to learn more about what you've created, this new concept. Can you please share what you're going to start sharing?
Right. So in the journey of depression, chronic depression that I was severely developing as a caregiver, I went to bed worrying. I was a chronic worry. Oh, I'm just so exhausted from the day. In that process, I discovered I was celiac. So the food, I was having dietary issues. Raising 5 children, they all are young adults having problems. Alcoholism's in the family, drug use is in the family. It's just, everything sucks. And I decided that once laughter was starting to help me float, because it was becoming that life jacket, I said, I got to do something with this. I'm smart enough to know that I have control over what I do. Stop worrying about everybody else and what they are doing and what they're not going to do for you. I need to do for me. And that starts right now with this chronic stress. So the word stressed, STESSED, is a backronym. If you flip that word, it spells the word desserts. And I said, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I decided instead of worrying, you're going to wake up laughing, wolfing. Wake up, laughter, fun, wolf. And then I put the ING. So the full acronym is wake up, laughter, fun, and now gratitude. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful for this pillow. I'm grateful for the food I can eat. Oh boy, did I starve. Is this wolfing idea that I'm going to wake up smiling. I'm going to chuckle in my throat. I'm going to feel gratitude for my pillow, and I'm going to conquer this day. I'm going to put my feet on the ground with a whole ha. And I'm going to sing. I'm going to move. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up today. I'm going to show up online with my laughter friends. And when I'm not laughing online, I'm going to turn to this picture on the wall of my child when he was 4 years old and go, oh, ha, with him. And I don't care who thinks I'm crazy. I don't care, because you know what? I'm not worrying anymore. I'm not worrying anymore. I'm going to go to bed smiling, and I'm going to wake up smiling, and I'm going to anticipate. Oh, there's so much joy in anticipation. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to feel good. Now, when the body's sore, when you have a headache or you've injured yourself, when we wake up, we feel our body. We feel the to-do list or the argument. But when we laugh, it doesn't mean that all the stuff goes away. All that stuff, real life, is still happening. It's just we get to decide what attitude we're going to do with it. That to-do list can really stress somebody out, or they don't get the privilege to wake up whenever they want to. The alarm's waking them up. Laugh at the alarm. Laugh at the to-do list. The monkey mind, it doesn't stop. That's its job. It's supposed to do that. So when the thoughts come in, the to-do list or the person you had an argument with or whatever feeling you're having, you just say, I see you, I feel you, I know you're there, and I know you're here to help me, protect me, and keep me safe. Thank you. I'm safe, I'm healthy, and I'm protected. We can talk later. I'm going to come back to doing my laughter practice. And yeah, so wolfing is a very interesting life hack to help propel you to have a good seat in the day. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. You mentioned so many people go to sleep worrying about stuff that went on in the day and about the future and the past. And then we wake up in that same pattern again, where we wake up worrying with anxious thoughts. What's your routine? So you go to sleep feeling better and wake up feeling better.
Thank you. So I think there's many different practices that an individual can choose from and find what works best for them. What works best for me is feeling more in the body, feeling a little bit more than yoga nidra, because yoga nidra is an activity, but I like to enjoy the feeling of falling into sleep. And I've noticed that it comes in layers and it takes time. And I have to allow myself time. And when I go to bed, I am in a state of, oh, this is when I get to feel my body. I get to rest. I get to reminisce about the days, whether I can choose to reminisce about the good parts of the day or reminisce about the bad parts of the day. It all comes down into a different type of meditation. The meditation is going down deep, and there's anticipation of the joy of waking. So I go to bed anticipating the joy of wolfing in the morning. And my body's time is sleep time. That's when our cells rejuvenate. That's when our body gets to start over. So there's almost an anticipation of joy of getting into the bed, smiling. And there's nothing to smile about. I am putting a smile on my face. I can find something in my mind to smile about. But when I change the countenance of my face, it tells my brain I'm safe. And if my face can tell my brain, my body can tell my brain I'm safe, then my whole body is set to be able to go into those layers of sleep. Anticipate waking, anticipate what's going to happen next. So that's been my meditation, is feeling the layers of sleep and healing the body and knowing this is my body's time. It's been traveling with me all day today. This is my body's time. And then the gratitude really starts to come in, even if it's hurting. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's very helpful. I think it can help a lot of, let's say, night owls wind down and really embody or understand the importance of sleep and get into bed faster so that you can anticipate all the good things that are going to be
Yeah.
going on while you're sleeping, and then anticipate waking up smiling and laughing. So how do you do that? If you can walk us through that. So
There is a process. So upon waking, we feel our body. We come into the sense of in a natural wake up scenario. We feel our body, we hear, or something in our ears turns on. And all our senses are there to protect us. So we're feeling our body, where am I? And then we hear the environment. Is there a tiger in the bushes? And then our eyes might flutter open, or we open and shut them, open and shut them. And we're breathing naturally. We don't have to think about breathing. And then our voice might be a little bit cold, so we warm up the engine. And you can do that in several ways. You can slightly just and if you are in the practice of gratitude, you can your pillow or my blanket. Just get the engine warmed up in the throat. Also, yawning. Yawning is a beautiful antidote. We stretch, we make noises, and I like to make funny noises when I yawn. It feels good. And there's different ways you can play with yawning once you get into the practice of wolfing. Play with the yawn. Play with the it just makes silly, funny noises. Really, you let the veil off and connect with your inner child. What's fun is that when you notice when you're waking up and your audio nerve turns on, when you start making funny sounds, silly sounds, loving sounds, pleasurable sounds, your ears are resonating into your brain, sending a signal that you're safe and that you're having something pleasurable going on, or whatever that is. The body don't know at that time, but your mind is hearing something in the environment that's delicious. Okay, so there's a dessert out there. Okay, we're taking the stress and putting it into dessert. The dessert is right here in your throat. Mm. Or the yawn. Or the silly noise. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Once you get into the warm up and the practice, you can, before your feet hit the floor, you're yawning, you're stretching, you're making silly noises, you're squeezing your pillow, and you are ready to conquer the day. You can do that other that life hack of going, yes, yes, do power poses. Yes, I'm ready for the day.
So after you've done the warm-up sounds and the
Yeah.
yawns and the silly sounds, then you can just allow your laughter to flow with the power poses?
Allow the laughter to flow is a great way to describe that. It takes a minute, but when your engine's warmed up, there you go. You can do it in the shower. When the alarm, if you don't have it's not a Sunday morning and you're sleeping in, you have to get up and that alarm's coming on. You can actually, if your alarm's on the phone, you can get an app where you can have a laughing alarm or something that you think is funny. There's a friend that loves goats, and so he put his alarm to be goat laugh. And he wakes up the goats, and he wakes up laughing because his environment is helping him do that. That's part of wolfing. So wake up laughing. Some of us, we need coffee first. Get your cup and drink and drink your coffee. I'm drinking my coffee. Like we were doing with our drinking laughter yoga exercise. Some people laugh in the shower. Yes. Some people do cold shower. It really is the embodiment of getting that throat to open up to tell your ears you're happy and you're safe. And that's wolfing.
I love it. And the key is to start that process as early in the day as possible, right? So the rest of your day
Early, within the
unfolds. Within the
before your
first,
feet even hit the floor, the first 10 minutes,
okay,
and then continue.
right,
Continue.
right.
Yeah, because the stresses are going to come in. How can I flip the script? Now, social convention, right? We don't laugh at people. We don't, there's a serious situation. We don't laugh at that. You can choose when to laugh, but it's what I discovered in the laughter interviews. It's our antidote in life that we've been born with. We're born knowing how to cry and communicate through our cries and our laugh. Those are the only two things we have when we're here. And
Mhm.
they keep us surviving. They help us survive. And laughter, as well as crying, but laughter is that antidote that we get to use to shift the vibration into a higher level
Mhm.
to feel safe, protected, and happy.
Love how you've broken it down and shared what you shared. Thank you. So there's so much that I want to just keep learning from
Have to
you
have an
and yes, but I wanted to, I don't know if we can get into this briefly now, but your project and what you're doing, but with interviewing people about how laughter
yeah.
saved and changed their lives is incredible. How did, when did you start this? Are you doing this and how can people learn more about it?
Thank you so much. On Facebook, I created a page called the Ha Ha Laughter Van. And on there, I am posting snippets of my interviews. I have about 45. And I traveled the whole West Coast down from Santa Fe, New Mexico, all the way up to British Columbia and Alberta to a place called Prince George was my highest peak. And I interviewed people who use laughter professionally as laughter yoga enthusiasts that help transform other people's pain, as well as some people who are discovering what laughter is really doing for them. People who've had chronic seriousness, cancer, recovering addiction, grief, loss, relationships, PTS, stress, chronic depression, suicidal tendencies. It goes on and on. Because laughter saved my life from chronic depression, I felt as a teacher, my dharma is to teach. I needed to find something more about this. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. And I believe that here in this Earth School, we are each other's teachers. And I wanted more information. And these interviews really started from the core of my depression, my transformation, and now my dharma as a teacher is to go out and get more information and share it. Do I want to say that I got to laugh and enjoy my life? Or do I get to worry about what I worried about that never really existed anyway? What really exists? The laughter or the worry? They both exist, but their vibrations are different. I want to spend my time in joy,
Yes.
and I need to create it because my environment isn't always going to give it to me. I have to create it to get it out. Joy isn't just going to come to me. I have to create it just like I create worry. But
Mm,
worry pulls me down and joy pushes me up. I want
right,
to be,
right.
and I can do that for myself. And in the big picture, I can help other people have it be witnessed, be shared, just like we're doing right now. It is higher enough to just say, I love you. How can I just say I love you? Because laughter brought joy to me to say, I love you to me. And now
Mm,
I have the power to say, I love you. And then it gets bigger and more people and more people. If we all had that same vibration and we all love, we all joy, we all laugh, then the world begins to be a better place, and it's full of desserts.
I love you. You're an incredible teacher and inspiration, and everything you're doing is so important and so needed, and it's just a blessing.
I bought a van and I toured the whole, I've driven like 12,000 miles. But in the process of that, I woke up and I was like, it's a new day. My heart beats in a new way, new day. And it just was this mantra that, wow, it is a new day. And it's part of that anticipation of when you're going to bed, anticipating waking up. There are many people in hard situations, addiction, abuse, homelessness, disease. And it's hard. It's so hard. But we have an internal antidote. It is possible to find it. It's so right there. And I was in the trenches. And now I'm gotten out of that rut, getting out of the trenches through laughter has floated me up. And I'm here to help other people find their way out too. And yeah, so I'm just here. I'm here to serve my gifts.
You've got amazing gifts. And so, Tiffany, thank you so much for having been a guest and for sharing everything that you shared. And there's so much more to talk about. And so one day I'd love to have you back so we can continue this conversation.
I'll just come over.
Yes. I'm in Montreal right now, and I don't know if that's along your route, but thank you so much, Tiffany. This was amazing. Yeah, I just want to keep thanking you and talking and laughing. And thank you for everything that you're doing, for being here and for being you. And we can do our goodbye laughter wave and laugh.
Do the queen laughter. Oh.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for having tuned into this Law of Happy episode. If you smiled, laughed, or felt inspired, please subscribe, rate, review, and share the Law of Happy podcast with someone you'd love to have fun with. And if you'd like to laugh with me as a guest on the show or in a customized program, you can email me at lauren@lawofhappy.com. I look forward to laughing with you soon.